Hey artists, today we're going to paint this singing bird. We are going to need a pencil, an eraser, a Sharpie. Make sure you have a Sharpie, otherwise your marker will probably bleed when you go to add your paint. Watercolor paper, make sure you also have watercolor paper rather than regular paper. Again, for this kind of painting you want good paper. You'll need watercolor paints, a cup of water, some paintbrushes, and a paper towel. And we can go ahead and get started. So let's start with the body of the bird. We're going to go ahead, kind of draw a rounded shape here, like this. Start with kind of a C shape, and then we're going to bring this top portion down and around to a point, and then this bottom part up and bring it to a point here. We're going to draw a little beak, so kind of just two little shapes like that. We'll draw the tail of the bird, kind of look like leaf shapes. We'll draw one in the middle, two off of either side, just like that. And then we're going to draw the wing, again kind of looks like a leaf, curve up and then back around like that. We're going to draw an eye here. You can add a highlight to that eye, so just like a little circle like this. Some fuzzy hair on the top or feathers. We're going to draw some music notes up here. It's like this. Another one here. And then another one here. Then you can add some dotted lines if you want, just so that it looks like this music is coming out of the bird's mouth. Like here she is singing. We're going to draw some real long legs on this bird. Some little feet at the bottom, like that. We'll have this bird sitting on a branch. So we're just going to draw a straight line across. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight because branches aren't perfect. Just like this. A little line up for kind of like a twig. Then we're going to draw a leaf on that twig. Just like this. All right, once you're done with that sketch, you can go ahead and grab your Sharpie. We're going to go over all of those lines with our Sharpie. So you can go ahead and start that. Okay, once you are done with your marker, you can go ahead and grab your eraser and just erase any of those pencil marks that you can still see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab my paintbrush here and we're going to start painting. So for my bird, I made my bird purple. You can use whatever color you want. I used a light purple. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill in this bird with some water. You don't want it to be super wet, just damp. And that'll help with your painting. We're just doing the body of the bird right now, not the wing or the tail. So we just want to fill in the body. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that purple paint now. And I'm going to start at this bottom edge where I'm going to want it the darkest. Under this wing. And then you can kind of slowly start pulling it up. Add some more water if you need to. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of dark at the top here. Not quite as much as I did at the bottom. Just like that, and then I'm just going to pull that in a little bit with some water. Just like that. We're going to leave this part a little lighter. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my tail, which I made kind of a reddish pink color. So I'm going to start at the base of this wing. You can also fill this wing in with water too if you want. Or you can start like this and kind of just add some water. And then just keep gradually adding a little more water so that it's lightest at the top. We're going to keep adding some more color to this. You can see that it's much darker on this one. So I'm going to start by adding some more red down here at the bottom. And again, just keep pulling it up. And you can keep adding these layers until you're happy with what color it is. You can also grab your paper towel if you need to take some paint off your brush. Okay, I'm going to move on to the tail. So we're going to want it darker right in this area and right in this area of the tail. So we're going to fill in those two sections of this tail. And then we're going to grab our red and go in here, or whatever color you're using. You can use whatever color you want. And then we're just going to pull that up to this spot up here so it's a little lighter at the ends. If you get too much paint, you can just dab it on your paintbrush like this and pull some up. And you can kind of just blend it in. Okay, we're going to do this top one now. This one's going to be a little bit lighter than the other two. Have it a little bit darker down here though. And just drag that up. Like this. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the leaf. I'm going to fill that in with some water. And then I'm going to grab my green color. Start down here at the base, and then also right here we're going to have it a little darker by this line on the leaf. And then I'm just going to drag that out to fill in the rest. You can add some more if you don't think it's dark enough. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the bird's beak now, which is just yellow. I'm just going to grab a little bit of yellow and dab it in there. Okay, and then our last thing is this branch. So again, I'm going to fill this in with some water. And I'm going to grab some brown. And we're going to start down here at the bottom. And start pulling it up to the top. You can see it's lighter at the top now than it is at the bottom. You can go in with a darker brown too if you want, like this, and that might even if you add some lines like this, it'll give that branch some texture. The drier your brush is, the more texture it's going to get. So you can see like that, just like that. All right, I think I'm done with my bird. I hope you enjoyed painting with me. If you could subscribe, we can paint again in the future, and I look forward to doing so. All right, check out the other links in the description, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.